to talk about some of the participants and who they are and why they're taking part. So Jamshid Khan Shinwari is from Afghanistan, and he stepped up to be a co-leader during this contest. And he was talking with the other leaders. And he said, well, it's a bit hard in Afghanistan at the moment. We have 93 deaths a day in Kabul. And he said, my job with my colleagues is to not deal with the politics, but to build from the bottom up a kinder society. And he's trying to work on 80 different social enterprises to make a difference. I can't give her full name. This is Hoda from Iran. She's one of the 5 Iranian Baha'is that we had, and they're studying at a university called the Baha'i Institute of Higher Education. And this is an underground university that gets raided and shut down, and its professors imprisoned. They imprisoned one of the professors for, heard of it, for 20 years. And one of our students that we had in the Global Enterprise experience got imprisoned for 5 years for the crimes of communicating with foreigners and an association with this Baha'i Institute of Education. So the very things that we are celebrating the people achieving tonight are the very things that Hoda and her 4 colleagues get imprisoned for. Hoda, she was rated as the most valuable member of her team. She really stood up, stepped up, but you know, it was very difficult for her. And then we had Ashma Sharma from Nepal, and she volunteered to lead a team. The Nepalis, I have to tell you, are just magic. I don't know, they cope with incredible hardships and they seem to never complain. And this year, 2 days in, some years ago, they had an 8.2 earthquake and never complained and found a way to contribute. This time they go into COVID lockdown, and somehow they still staunchly just make it all happen. So she was one of 89 Nepalis who was remarkable. I want to talk a little bit about Ana Maria Bustamante Londono, and she's from Colombia, and we had 60 Colombians. They had a month of rioting, some issues about how to raise the taxes to pay for COVID and so forth, and many of them were housebound because it was too dangerous to go out. Now, Ana Maria did something interesting. She powered ahead and she got all this work done, but she left the team in her wake. And then she realized that actually performance is half the story, but building the team and getting everybody to contribute is the other half. And she went back with the leader of her team and said, come on, let's rebuild this team. And it finished in true cohesion with all team members working in hand and feeling really united. It was an interesting transformation. Let me talk about one of my 81 Management 317 students. Jean Terblanche was, he was a enthusiastic Jean. He's just a real character. And he said, that's it, we have daily meetings. And he went from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. every night for 3 weeks to be able to make sure that the teams contributed fully.